Pleasing win, obviously, with all that was going on in the game. Some good character and all the rest. It was good. And that's the game, is it? Like, I think the way the game is now, like you have to be able to deal with that at some point. I think a red card, and then there's a few sort of decisions you have to make. Like, what do you do? Do you go with 7 forwards or 8 forwards? We take Jimmy off when Andrew comes on. And it leaves a bit vulnerable in the backfield, clearly. And Ulster, they kick a lot, particularly from 9, so we know we're going to have to deal with that aerial threat. So, you credit to Hugo and to James Lowe, in terms of dealing with that aerial threat that comes from them. Ulster are very clinical. The red card happens, we're weighing up exactly what we're going to do, and they drive us over 8 forwards against 7, which probably helps with the decision making from our point of view, particularly the way the conditions are. And also are on top during that period. We get a little bit of go forward, turn the ball over, they score up the far edge, and it's pretty clinical. It's not looking great for us at that point. It's a 22-3 down. So credit to the lads, like, they dig in at that stage, big score just before half time. Because we go through a period where we're probably just looking after the ball a little bit better. We were just a little bit loose, I thought, before that. So that's probably the big piece going into next week. So you give a team like a Racing that those opportunities, they're pretty clinical in terms of punishing you. The forwards, I suppose, they grabbed the game by the scruff of the neck in the second half, and they got on top and get in for a few good tries, few good team tries. Gary obviously finishes 2 tries exceptionally well. And we get the job done, yeah. But it was a helter-skelter at times, wasn't it?
That's for me, though. You're accepting probably Kane won't be available next week.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes, yeah. Like, it's hard to say, but I don't know. Yeah, it's
likely.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. We will see.
Yeah. You took Tide off just before the end. Was that a knock, or was?
Yeah, he just felt a bit of tightness there. So again, hopefully it's not too bad, but I don't know at this point. Somewhere in his leg. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't think it's too bad. He didn't think it was too bad, but we'll see.
What was your biggest worry going into the second half?
Well, the game runs away from you, and you're trying to chase the game with 14 men, and you're playing into Ulster hands, and as I said, they're kicking the ball back on top of you, and we're trying to play from deep, and we're playing into their hands, which is what they want. They want us to try and run out from deep. And that's the territory game. We talked about it here yesterday, the territory game that they play. And like, you'd see it even, like, they're kicking the ball, like, what, 30-40 metres from our try line, just putting the ball. And I thought Hugo did exceptionally well, because, as I said, he's covering the backfield on his own. But you don't deal with some of that threat, then they're camped in your territory, and their line-up maul is good. You saw that in the first half, the try they scored.
Early doors in the second half, which could have made it a 3-score game, and there was a bit of debate going on, and we're thinking, let's put it over the bar, and they go to touch, hoping to kill you, and they lose the line out. Do you remember that? Were you saying, come on, let's go to touch?
Yeah.
What's through your head?
Yeah, but if you look at it, if the flip side of that is, they, in the same example in the first half, they kicked the corner and they scored. So 7. Well, yeah, I know, but it's 7, whatever, 6 on that. They're still ahead on those. So anyway, that's just the decisions in the game. So that's obviously up to them.
Just from a coach's point of view, I'm just wondering, with a red card being issued so early, is there a major change at half time when you're talking to the guys in the dressing room as to how to play the game, or do you pursue it on the same level?
We brought everyone in just before when everyone comes in, and you're just trying to explain, okay, well, this is, now that we have, you understand, and then you sort of split off into your little groups, and you get a bit more specific around the detail that we need to execute on. So with the conditions, it was hard to get real clean launches from set piece, so it was more of a attritional. There's a set piece component, but it's more around the drive, scrum penalties, different stages. So it's trying to get on top in that way. So it's tight, roll the sleeves up, isn't it? Go to work type of game. We weren't probably great at that in the early part, and hence why we're 22 3 points 22-3 down. But we were much better after that. So certainly when you're chasing the game, and sometimes the challenge is like you actually get your nose in front of 24-22, wasn't it? Then you're almost like sort of sitting back then and waiting for the opposition, because when you're behind it, it's very clear in your mind. So it was pleasing that we were able to kick on with a big turnover here, get down the other end of the field, and I thought it was a good decision. They go to the corner, you could have gone, was it 5 points in front, but they go to the corner and you get over for the 4th try. Pleasing. And obviously Ulster were probably gone for the 4th try at that point as well. So again, like, that's just decisions in the game, isn't it? Like, we're all geniuses with hindsight, are we?